Hello again, this is Crystal, um, with my second video, and my kitty cat. This is my cat, Shadow. She's very cranky today because I'm holding her up for the camera, but otherwise she's a sweetheart. Um, okay, anyway, so last time I kind of went on about a lot of different things, and, okay, fine, go. Um, Uh, yeah, I was talking about a lot about the history and everything behind the Slavic Reconstructionist movement and the history of the Slavs and the religion and everything. So I wanted to go a little bit more in depth to the part that's interesting to me, which is the actual religion, like the gods, the beliefs, the practices, and all of that. So let's start with the gods. And I'm just going to present what basically I know about it, and I know what other people think. Some of this I'm a little bit sketchy on because, it's there's a lot of different things going on. Um, anyway, so I guess going from the top down, there's Rod, which is said to be the main creator god, the god that made all of the other gods. I'm not really sure how I feel about this because I feel like he could have been a Christian construction um, when the region was Christianized to make people accept monotheism a little bit better. Uh, Regardless, a lot of people have belief and faith in him and everything. So I have to put him out there. Then there's Dashbog, which is the god of the sun. Mokosh, which I guess is Moist Mother Earth, is one way to talk about it. She is the earth and nature in general, like a lot of other pagan religions, is highly revered. Like, when you would take an oath, you would have a piece of dirt in your mouth because it was sacred, or when you get married, or even way into Christian times, some people, uh, it was found acceptable instead of confessing your sins to a priest to confess them to the earth because the belief in the earth, in the earth as a sacred thing, existed and was so strong for such a long time that it continued despite constant attempts by the church to stamp it out. So I think that's interesting. Nature is very highly revered. I mean, I talked a little bit last time about the spirits and everything, of trees, of rivers, of everything around us, and nature was a huge, nature is everywhere. So it it's revered. Always respect everything around you because, as cheesy as it sounds, it might have feelings too. So yeah, there's Veles or Volos, which I also mentioned last time, a god of the underworld, god of cattle, um, trickery, magic, etc. Um, Regarding cattle, there was a little bit of there was always like a fight going on between Veles um, and Perun. They couldn't decide whose the cattle was. So it would go back and forth, and they didn't really like each other a whole lot, which led to one of the reasons why uh, Perun was worshipped at the top of the hill always, and usually all the other gods were worshipped around where he was. Veles was always in the marketplace, um, in the valley at the bottom of the hill, because they didn't want to associate with him for whatever reason. I'm gonna have to stop, pause this because I have a pot of water and it's over boiling. So I will be right back. Okay, crisis averted. So, I was going over the different gods. There are some gods where there is a little bit of a controversy between Slavic Reconstructionists or Slavic pagans or whatever. Um, the biggest of which is probably Lada. So there are some, myself included, that think that someone who was a little bit overenthusiastic, probably in the Renaissance era, when researching um, Slavic mythology, had the words of a song, and the song had lada, 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 nonsense syllables, but this Renaissance person was all super excited and happy and decided that Lada must be a goddess of love and happiness, all good, spring, whatever. Um, but a lot of people believe that she exists and worship her and everything. Good for them. I'm not putting them down, or you down if it happens to be you. It's just that I personally don't see her fitting in with the rest of the Slavic gods in any way, shape, or form. Um, the biggest reason of which is that all of the Slavic gods and gods and goddesses had their bad and good sides. They got cranky just like people do. They had very real moments of anger or spite um, or love or whatever. The point being that they weren't just all bad or all good. Whereas it seems to me, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, it seems to me that Lada is just, oh, happy flowers, yay, bunny rabbits, whatever. Which the Slavic countries have a very harsh living there was very hard because of the harsh winters, and it was, I believe, the farmlands were good and everything, but it was not an easy life. So nothing was ever easy, happy, good, la la la, lada. So to me, it just doesn't quite fit. And if I'm missing something, or if there's something else that I need to consider, please tell me. Um, some people have then extrapolated from Lada and said that she has a brother or sometimes husband named Lado, and that's just complete. I don't even know where that came from. But like I said, I'm not putting down anyone that worships these gods and goddesses because belief is belief, in my opinion. And if you believe something to be true, then you make it so in your own reality. It's just not my reality. So, yeah. There's Lada and Lado. Um, yeah. That's basically there's a lot of them. Um, there's Shibag, which I believe, if I'm correct, like I said, I'm not a expert, so this is definitely showing right now. Yes, Shibag is the god of the winds and the sky and the air. Then there's Shebag, not to be confused. I know it sounds similar, but one of them has an S and one of them doesn't, which has the three faces. Um, there's a lot. It would be like a whole book. I'm sure there are books written about this, not in any language that I can read. But yeah, so I'm going to try and make these videos a little bit shorter because we're already almost at 10 minutes and I've hardly talked about anything. So, yeah, let me know if you have any questions, if I misquoted something, if you strongly disagree with something that I said. We can get a good discussion going. That'd be great. Slava!